I got a lot to learn into. I am not a mechanic, so we'll be doing learning as we go, getting some lessons from friends, doing some research. But I think it's probably good I get to learn on an engine like this.
Okay, so Devin is being a mechanics here.
Oh yeah.
Expert mechanics? No, he's doing a good job. And stripping down the engine, he found a machine shop he's going to take it to for the tanking and the honing, I guess, and yeah, whatever decking, whatever they kind of need. So yeah, he's stripping it down here, getting it ready to go to the machine shop.
And I'm kind of excited about this. Tony's kind of like my guide, and yes, we're going to work on this engine. We're going to rebuild the tractor motor. It's going to be awesome. So I just got this bolt out. We're going to pull this. I think they just come out, maybe.
There you go.
Apparently they do.
And when go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say when he says guide, what he means is I'm sitting here doing nothing while he's working.
I pour him the cold beverage, and he says, "Yeah, that looks good." And
yeah.
I've always wanted to rebuild a motor, so this is a good start. 18RC apart. This is an 18RC from what I gather. And the plan is to reuse this engine, rebuild it well enough so that I can enjoy the car for a while I track down either an 18RG or, which is a twin cam version of this. It would be a direct bolt-in to all the mods I've done to work with the W58. You can see it sitting in the background there. The other option is I put in a Beams 3SGE blacktop with a 6-speed, and that'll make 200 horse. But for now, we're going to run this guy. It's supposed to be a reliable engine. Be in the car for a couple of years before we build up another motor. So this will get me going for now. We'll make it look pretty is the goal. So just doing some tests on the 18RC cylinder head here. Tony helped me strip it down a little bit. We pulled the head off, and we're going to pull the crank bearings off and inspect those. The cam bearings, there's a couple of issues. There's building compression on this cylinder, this one, and this one where it needs to. On compression test, this one was low, and from sitting for so long, there's actually rust on the rings. Tony is saying that might have cleared itself up, but I wasn't willing to have a show car burn oil. That wasn't my speed. So what he's got me to do is I poured water in each one of these passages. We're going to look for seeping on the valves. Part of me wonders if this is a rebuilt engine that sat way too long, because we weren't getting oil from all the oiling passages in the cam on the lobes. There was 2 lobes not getting oil at all. I think there was rust buildup in there. And the other thing is some of the rocker arms weren't doing what they were supposed to in oiling. So maybe being rebuilt. I'm not seeing any seeping here. We've got the water in there to test for seeping. I'm not seeing any in the valves like at all. Normally these are at high mileage, they're supposed to have carbon buildup because of, I think, the exhaust valve design or something when they're not adjusted. And it's kind of shallow to think, but maybe some engine shop has painted it, or they rebuilt this engine, which just sitting too long, that's how it goes. This isn't the dream motor for the car, but it's the get me going motor. This is the 18RC. We'll make it look pretty. We'll run it for a while because I really want to drive the car. I have an eye on a Beams engine, which they're going up fast in value, which is kind of, it's going to be a bit of a challenge maybe getting one in a couple of years. But I also would love an 18RG, but they're priced too. So we're going to run with the 18RC for now, and it gives us something to look forward to down the road building another engine. So we'll run this test and see what we get. So we've been sitting here about 30-40 minutes. Bob was down and just let these things do their water test. This one's just started. This is the first one that started seeping. This one was the next one, and that one seeps, but the N2 don't. So we've got our test. That's done. We'll take the next steps. Probably gonna go work on the engine block, pull the pan and the end caps that are on the crank and inspect those bearings. Work from that point, just keep diagnosing this engine, what all needs to be done to it to make it a decent long-term usable motor. I'm gonna unbolt the pan now so we can flip this block over and check the connecting rods for bearing wear, see how they look. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm probably gonna send the block out to get cleaned potentially. And I'm gonna have to hone those cylinder walls yet. But first I wanna get this pan off to see how those connecting rod bearings look. I got the pan off and it's like rusty crud in there, or gravel or something, I'm not sure what. Probably a mechanic would be able to tell me better. So I'm gonna bank on this engine is not rebuilt, just repainted. So I can confirm a lot of things. Yeah, it's probably good for pulling this engine apart and giving it a once over. Repairing what needs, so we can throw it in the car and have some fun with it for a little while. And that's what the pan looks like. So we get our first look at the crank. Just rolled it over, and I got a lot to learn into. I am not a mechanic, so we'll be doing learning as we go, getting some lessons from friends, doing some research. But I think it's probably good I get to learn on an engine like this. Time to pull these caps off, see how the bearings look, and drop the pistons out with the connecting rods. Keep those things in order. I've got the pistons out of the block here, and get a look at these here. So this being the front of the engine, this was the one low in compression. It also had a lot of wear on the bearing on the connecting rod. I'll show you guys that right away. So if you look in there, got a ton of wear on those bearings, at least that's what I'm gathering. Some on the piston, I'm not sure if that's normal. I'll get Tony to have a look over this stuff yet. And the little notch in the front there, yeah, that marks, just so you know which way is the front of the piston, that's what it's marking. And this is the side that was low on compression. It also had the rust in the cylinder bore. Or this is the piston. Piston number 3 here. Looked a lot better in there. It's still got wear. I'm thinking we're going to have to do some replacing on that. But this piston itself looks a lot better. I wonder if you could get high compression pistons for an 18RC head instead of looking for an 18R head, just to get a little performance out of it. This one looked a lot better, guys. Again, I'll get Tony to look it over. This is cylinder number 2. And here's from cylinder number 1. It looked the best for some reason. See, it looks like there's almost was a coating on here at some point. I'm not sure, but the sides seem to have the most wear, which makes sense for how it moves in the engine. I scraped the stuff out of the oil pan. It is like metallic. Not sure where it come from, but figured I'd feature it. So, excuse me here, bud. Son's hanging out here with me. We're looking over the engine. So looking in the cylinders, these first 3 were of good compression. The last one was not. You can see there's a lot of wear in there, and you can see the rust line right about there from where the piston has sat for a long time. But I am noticing though, there's like cross hatching or whatever you call it this way from something honing it. I'm wondering if someone gave it a quick hone just to before they put it in the cart to see if it could burn a little less oil. Not sure, but there's a little engine archaeology. I got a package in the mail. I think it's for my engine rebuild. Let's check it out and see what's inside there. Something I ordered off eBay most likely. And if it is what I think it is, I got a really good deal on it. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it would be. This is a camshaft from a shop that went out of business in the 80s. And it's a webcam grind for my 18RC. So old school stickers. And here is the grind specs. It's pretty well packaged. And she is like new, guys. This is the cam here. I'm not going to take it out. I don't really want to handle it too much, but lobes are like new on this thing. I'm guessing there's a bit of a treatment on there. And the other thing we got with that all came from the same store on eBay. Complete gasket rebuild kit for the 18RC. The motor we're going with for now. We're going to up it up a little bit. Make a tractor engine slightly less a tractor engine. So yeah, there's a gasket kit, and I believe that's all that's in this box. I got another cool part on the way. You'll see that when it gets here. Here's a little close-up on the cam. And the grind is a 95A for a Toyota 18RC. And you can see the specs here. So lift is and exhaust are 390 and a duration of 246. So yeah, that's cool. And the gasket rebuild kit. Had to do a little test on this intake manifold just for mock-up sake, but it's pretty neat. Will be cool having those carbs on there. And I would say a much nicer flow, nice and smooth compared to factory. So Tony and I got this thing stripped down. He let me do majority of the work, which I appreciate because I'm not a mechanic, but I do want to learn to build an engine. That's one of the things I want to do. And you know more about it, the easier it is to maintain something like that. There are a couple things with this block. We're going to get it, I think the goal is hot tanked, new freeze plugs. They're going to deck this here. I'm going to ask the machine shop if we can oversize the pistons a little bit just to make a little more power. I mean, we're putting a higher compression head on, but we'll boost that power a little bit more yet. They got to be done anyways. If you look in here, these are pretty, or was it? There you go. Pretty significant grooving in there. If we got rust through, we'll sleeve it. Tony's saying we can do that. I'm going to send them the crank left in there so they can do what they need to. I'll send them the pistons and they can fit and connecting rods, and then they can get me all the bearings that I need for that. So yeah, that's the goal in the next little bit, send this block off so the machine work can be done. I can start assembling it and just wait for the cylinder head at that point, which I think I have access to. So exciting stuff. This is the last really, really big part of this build, is this guy here. Let's take this off to the machine shop.